Aaron and Tiana.
What happens when your private conversation is exposed to the world without your consent? Tiana's phone call has just been leaked, and she had no idea it would go public. What was she saying behind closed doors? This is more than just a phone call. It's a shocking betrayal that's about to unravel everything. The secrets are out, and the consequences are far-reaching, leaving Tiana to face the fallout of her words being heard by millions. Tiana's private phone call was never meant to see the light of day. But now, it's gone viral. In this shocking moment, her personal thoughts and emotions are exposed for all to hear. The conversation, which she thought would remain between her and the person on the other end, has been ripped away from her, and the world is listening. As the call spreads, the emotional toll on Tiana is obvious. She is left feeling exposed, vulnerable, and betrayed. What was meant to stay behind closed doors is now a public spectacle, with fans and critics alike analyzing every word she said. The fallout is immediate, and it's clear that Tiana is struggling to process the reality of what has happened. She never expected her personal feelings to be put on display for millions to judge. This isn't just a slip of the tongue, it's a violation of her privacy, and the damage is already done. As the world digs deeper into the details of her private life, the question on everyone's mind is simple. How will Tiana handle the aftermath of this scandal, and what comes next for her? Tiana has always kept her personal life under wraps, never allowing the public to see the full picture of her relationships. But this phone call exposes a side of her that was never meant to be shown. The person on the other end of the call is someone close to her, but now, their relationship dynamics are laid bare for everyone to see. The conversation is raw, vulnerable, and revealing. Everything Tiana never wanted the world to hear. Looking back, it's clear that Tiana's relationship with this person had its ups and downs, but it was always kept private. To outsiders, it might have seemed like everything was perfect, but this phone call pulls back the curtain on the real struggle she faced. The emotions Tiana shared in that moment are now out in the open, and there's no going back. This was never supposed to be anyone's business but her own, yet now, it's a public discussion. Her relationship, once full of mystery and private moments, now feels exposed, complicated, and fragile. The public will never see her in the same way again, and the questions about her personal life will only continue to grow. This leak has created a new reality for Tiana, one she never asked for. And now, she must navigate the consequences of this unwanted exposure. Tiana's family is reeling from the news of a leaked phone call and the public backlash that followed. Some relatives rush to her side, offering support and comfort as they try to protect her from the fallout. But not everyone is on the same page. Some family members are confused, unsure of how to process what they've just heard. This leak has forced them to confront parts of Tiana's life they never knew about, things she had kept private for a reason. The emotional weight of the situation is felt by everyone close to her. There are tears, frustration, and even anger as they try to come to terms with the public exposure. Some relatives are angry at the person who leaked the call, while others are concerned about how this will affect Tiana's future. With her private life now on display for the world, Tiana's family is torn between defending her and questioning the circumstances that led to this betrayal. This scandal is not just affecting Tiana, it's affecting them all. The support they once gave her is now complicated by the realization that this invasion of privacy has altered the course of their family's future. The questions surrounding the leak continue to grow, and the family must now figure out how to move forward while coping with the consequences of Tiana's exposed emotions. The leak has sparked an overwhelming flood of reactions from fans, and everyone has an opinion on what Tiana should do next. Some fans are deeply sympathetic, feeling for her as they understand that this was a private conversation that should have never been made public. They rally around Tiana, offering support and encouragement during this difficult time. But not everyone feels the same way. There are plenty of critics who feel betrayed by what they heard, questioning her character and the things she said in the phone call. The leak has sparked intense debates, with fans divided on whether Tiana is a victim of circumstance or whether she's responsible for her own downfall. Some fans even speculate about who might have leaked the call and why it happened. Was it a malicious act? Or was there a different motive behind it? There are also wild theories that Tiana might have known the call would be exposed and may have staged the leak for attention, though these theories are largely dismissed by others. As the speculation continues to grow, the real focus is on Tiana's next move. How will she respond to this invasion of privacy? Will she confront the person responsible? Will she try to reclaim control of her narrative? The debate rages on, and fans are anxiously waiting for her to make a public statement. With the stakes so high, the anticipation for what comes next is palpable, as the public watches closely, eager to see what Tiana will do in the wake of the scandal. The pivotal moment arrives when Tiana decides to address the leak head-on. After weeks of speculation, rumors, and public judgment, she finally takes a deep breath and makes a public statement. In front of the cameras, Tiana opens up about the betrayal she feels, laying bare her shock and profound disappointment that such an intimate and private moment was exposed to the world. She doesn't sugarcoat her emotions. Her words are filled with raw honesty and pain. It's clear from the outset that this breach of privacy has shaken her to the core. The video call, once a personal exchange, has now become fodder for the public, and Tiana feels the weight of that violation deeply. As she speaks, her voice trembles with emotion, and her vulnerability is evident. The sense of betrayal she's experiencing is more than just disappointment. It's a violation of trust that cuts to the heart of who she is as a person. Tiana doesn't hold back. She acknowledges that she was angry and hurt when she made the comments that were leaked, and she takes responsibility for her words. She admits that her emotions got the best of her, and she regrets any pain those words may have caused. In an act of accountability, she openly takes responsibility for her part in the fallout. But even as she takes ownership of her actions, she makes it clear that the true issue here is the violation of her privacy. She demands accountability from the person who leaked the call, calling out the act for what it truly is, a betrayal of her trust and an invasion of her personal space. It's a powerful moment, one where Tiana takes control of the narrative that has been so publicly distorted. This public statement is Tiana's chance to reclaim her dignity and defend herself against the harsh judgment that's been cast upon her in the wake of the leak. The emotional weight of her words resonates deeply with those watching, and it's clear that this is a defining moment in her journey. As Tiana speaks, there's a palpable sense of fear in her voice, the fear of how the world will perceive her after this scandal. The exposure of her private conversation has changed everything, and now she's faced with the challenge of navigating a new reality where her words and actions are under intense scrutiny. This is a turning point in her life, a moment that will either lead to her redemption or deepen the isolation she's already feeling. The pressure is mounting, and Tiana's response will determine how her story unfolds from here on out. But just when it seems like Tiana might be regaining some control, a shocking new twist emerges. As the dust from her public statement settles, someone else involved in the phone call steps forward, further complicating the situation. This revelation hits Tiana hard, leaving her stunned and reeling. She realizes that the situation is far more complex than she initially thought. The person who was supposed to be her confidant, someone she trusted, may have played a role in the leak. This new information shatters the fragile sense of trust she had left. Tiana now finds herself faced with another painful betrayal. This development changes the entire dynamic of the situation. It's not just about a single leak anymore, it's about the trust she placed in the people around her. The person who was supposed to stand by her has now betrayed her in the most intimate way possible. The emotional toll of this revelation is immense. Tiana is forced to confront the reality that the people she confided in may have not had her best interests at heart. This latest betrayal cuts even deeper than the first, and it threatens to unravel everything Tiana has tried to rebuild. As the truth continues to unfold, the tension reaches a breaking point. The situation, once already explosive, now seems to be spiraling out of control. Tiana's world is becoming increasingly unstable, and she is left grappling with a multitude of emotions: anger, hurt, confusion, and the painful realization that she may have placed her trust in the wrong people. The cliffhanger moment leaves fans on the edge of their seats, desperate for answers. Who else is involved in this scandal? Is there anyone in Tiana's life that she can truly trust? The revelation of this new betrayal raises even more questions than it answers, adding another layer of complexity to an already messy situation. The stakes are higher than ever, and Tiana is now faced with more than just the fallout from a leaked phone call. She must now contend with the fact that the people closest to her may have played a role in her humiliation. The emotional stakes have never been more intense. Tiana's future, her relationships, and her sense of self are all hanging in the balance. The pressure on her to make decisions in the midst of this chaos is overwhelming. As the layers of betrayal continue to unfold, she finds herself asking the question, can she ever trust anyone again? The emotional turmoil she's facing is almost unbearable. Not only does she have to contend with the public fallout from the leak, but now she has to process the pain of being betrayed by someone who was supposed to be on her side. The sense of isolation Tiana is feeling grows with each new revelation. She's trapped in a web of lies and deceit, and it's unclear who is on her side and who has turned their back on her. The drama is far from over, and with every new twist, the emotional stakes continue to rise. As Tiana processes this latest revelation, the questions keep piling up. What will she do next? Can she find a way to navigate the emotional wreckage left by these betrayals? Will she be able to rebuild her life and her relationships, or is the damage irreparable? Fans are left on tenterhooks, wondering how Tiana will handle this new crisis. The drama has reached a fever pitch, and the emotional tension is thicker than ever. As Tiana faces the fallout from this scandal, viewers can't help but wonder, will she rise above the betrayal, or will it be the final straw that breaks her? The questions continue to mount, and the road ahead for Tiana is filled with uncertainty. But one thing is clear, the impact of this revelation will be felt for a long time to come. What do you think Tiana should do now? Can she rebuild after this betrayal, or has the damage already been done? Leave your thoughts in the comments below, and make sure to like and subscribe for more updates on this unfolding drama. Trust me, the next chapter will be even more intense. Don't miss out.